Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this. Eyes are closed. I can tell that it's bright. What do I do? Give me something. Davey? Coda? Anything? Oh my god, what? Okay. That doesn't sound good. And it sounds like we might be back?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
What is this? SS Whisper. What's going on? Okay. We've got a giant... What? Okay, cool. Let's go. Everyone's blind. I understand. What's going on? Let's organize. How do I get up there? Here we go. Truth. Speak something that's honest. Oh, I can't keep making these, maybe. That's it. That's the truth. Okay, I'll take it. It's draining me.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
It's, you know, I've been thinking a lot about this, and there's definitely some humorous moments, right? But this is getting quite heavy. If we're really trying to look at games as art, this is a pretty clear indication of what was going on in his head at the time. I haven't been honest. You're doing it, it's working. I'm alone. Okay. That's actually the second reference to somebody saying everything's going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
December 2010. Hello? Whoa. Where did this island come from? Is that a person? How lovely. Listen to the music, it's bizarre. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Who's talking to us? I'm completely out of ideas, so I've put trees in a white space. Oh no. That's right. What happened? Did something change? Whoa! Trying to find this engine that used to protect me and start it again. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. Okay, well, can you take us to it?
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression even, and yet still he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
So the guide is saying that I can do that, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? It really doesn't matter what I say. We're gonna end up there one way or another, right? Deal. Come along, I'll show it to you. I wonder if it'll be the door.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
We're describing how to solve the puzzle door. Then you close this. But you have to go inside while that's happening. We didn't have the option to tell that. So we'll just do it from in here with words. I like how it's impossible for this switch to come out here. We did it.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay, so now we're here. These are just words. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Okay, making games is effortless. Oh. Oh, that feels wonderful. We're busting down doors here. Why do the walls just crumble? Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Just keep saying the creation is easy. It's easy. It never stops being easy. Glowing colored blocks. Hey, it's me. I'm you. Press
Seeing
the
this
switch.
game at the time that he made it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
Every time I make something, I feel better about myself.
This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
It'll work. Please continue. Okay. Pain breezes effortlessly off me.
I don't know.
Be sincere.
This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
There's no shame, no fear, no guilt. Oh, that's the little, is that the little prison? Hey, wait, we got somebody in here. No!
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
I wonder if this is about a woman. It's probably a whole bunch of little things that have culminated in this feeling. The machine. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you'd like. Okay. I intend to be quick. Can you open the door for me? Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Okay. Oh my god.
And of
Stop.
course, it's the machine.
Your work was keeping us alive, Coda. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you put them through? I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No? Nothing? Alright, I'll apologize to the people on your behalf. Whoa. My friends. I've got something troubling to tell you. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. Or it will not apologize. It will not apologize. We'll find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Or, this is not important, we are stronger than it thinks we are. Let us show it that we are not failures. Oh. Destroy the machine or everything it's created. Let's say everything it's created. Oh, we're back at the stage. Oh, what? Oh. Little combination. Oh, what? Oh, this is weird. I'll make sure you're known forever. This is like... Oh, this is dark.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Whoa.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
We're destroying all of our previous experiences. Whoa!
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Oh, the door. Put down your weapon. Put down your weapon. Or enter, maybe? All we can do is shoot.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
Not everybody likes that.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
The last game that Coda made? You know, I keep wondering, as I'm sure a lot of people are, is Coda just, is it a pseudonym for Davey? Like an alter ego?
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it.
What? Whoa!
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible.
Oh my
and then
god.
Every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I kind of want to see if we could figure it out. Out too far. This will have to do.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
That's life, brother.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
Are you kidding me?
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
151617. Oh. One, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. Even just the audio that he's using. I thought I saw somebody standing on one of those stairs. Even the audio that he's using now is like... If there's one thing about Coda, like, he doesn't... there's not a lot left to interpretation about how he's feeling.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Maybe Coda doesn't want you to fix the problem.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
We've been trained.
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Yes, please.
And he wouldn't.
Ugh. There's like these random sticks of light.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
It's honestly quite sad. Like, he obviously cares about this person very much, and I truly believe he's trying to do the best thing.
Where did I screw up?
And to feel like that is like, it's the worst. But I think you got to take a step back and realize that not everybody wants to feel the same as you do. Whoa. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. What?
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Because we were trying to get him, like, positive praise, and then maybe he just tried to become a people pleaser and stop making games for himself, which is what he actually enjoyed.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Huh. You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an ant...
The people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
If there was an answer, a meaning, or a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes, giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games, stop adding lampposts to them? I thought Davey told us that Coda had the lamppost there to signify the end. Would you simply
And
let
then
them
you stopped.
be what they are?
And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing.
Jeez.
Less than nothing.
When I'm around you, I feel physically
What does
ill.
that mean?
You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. That's kind of what we were talking about before. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and you make peace with this thing you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Ooh. Oh no!
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want.
The walls are creeping in.
I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.